going on, guys? Welcome back to United View. Hope everyone is doing very well, having a good Saturday afternoon, morning, evening, wherever, whenever you're watching this. And about that, Andre Onana, here we go. Well, yesterday we were told, well, Thursday really, we were told it was going to come Friday. Friday came and went. Then we were told late last night it's going to come today, Saturday. We're getting into the evening stages right now. So, as of the time of recording this, we've yet to hear. Here we go from Fabrizio Romano. And that's led to some people being a little bit worried, although he's reassured everyone it's just a matter of time before this deal is completed. So we're going to give a bit of an update when it comes to Andre Onana, the latest in this pursuit of the Cameroon goalkeeper to Old Trafford. Also a bit of an update as to Liverpool possibly considering a move for Sofian Amrabat, a Manchester United target, amid Liverpool getting rid of several midfield players to the Saudi Pro League. Also an update as well when it comes to several pre-season returns today, specifically the international players to Carrington. So there's plenty to get into in the short, sharp, sweet video. So be sure to smash a like on the like button. Be sure to subscribe bottom right hand corner. Now, Andre Onana, I can hear you asking, oh, what's going on with Andre Onana? And I don't really know that much, but all we can go by is the reports, and I know it's a lot. They're very repetitive, they're very monotonous, and it's quite frustrating at this point that we haven't got this confirmation of here we go, it's going to happen, but they keep saying it's just a matter of time. So last night, it was reported by La Gazzetta dello Sport in Italy that Andre Onana is just one step away from becoming a Manchester United player. In the last few hours, late last night, Inter had reached a definitive agreement with Manchester United for Onana. Inter, according to this report in Italy, will collect 50 million euros plus bonuses. The announcement was expected today. And again, at the time of recording this video, no announcement, no here we go, nothing. So it led to a lot of people going, we waited all day yesterday for the here we go Fabrizio. Thursday you were saying it was going to come. It was a matter of time. Go to bed. Friday's the day. Deadline day. Onana day. What happened to all of that? Well, Romano said in a tweet, quote, no serious issues on Andre Onana deal. Just a matter of time to get final details sorted and then paperwork time. Manchester United and Inter Milan spoke on Friday and almost agreed the add-on structure of 50 million euros plus 5 million euros bonuses deal. It's just about payment terms to be approved. According to La Gazzetta dello Sport, once again in Italy, this is coming today. Andre Onana will travel to Manchester on Sunday, that being tomorrow, or possibly Monday, to conclude his move to Manchester United after being, quote, reassured by the Manchester United manager himself, Erik ten Hag. So the latest news is not that much news. I think you're probably just like myself in that you're scrolling Twitter, you're looking at Romano going, anytime now, and then the day goes on, the times goes on, the seconds turn to minutes, the minutes turn to hours. I'm not going to break things on, but the point is we're just kind of waiting. It's a waiting game, but we're constantly being reassured. There's no problems. It's just a matter of time. It's going to get done. Inter Milan are already pursuing their other goalkeeper targets. 2 targets. We're also pursuing Suzuki as well, the Japanese goalkeeper. So United are still very confident. Inter Milan are still very confident. Andre Onana's confident that he's going to be traveling to Manchester tomorrow or Monday to get this one done. So we're in a waiting game at this point, and again, it's frustrating because, like any Manchester United transfer, it feels incredibly drawn out. It feels very laborious. It feels very we were told, was it 9 days ago, that Andre Onana was really, really close to joining Manchester United, and over a week later, we've still got no confirmation as the deal's actually been done, even though there's a general acceptance that the deal is going to be done, but you never believe it until you at least have the Romano confirmation, do you? At least when it comes to transfers and stuff like that. So we're still waiting, and of course, once we get that, here we go. We'll be going live here on the channel, and we'll be talking about it there more in depth. But as of right now, they're just finalising those add-ons and all that kind of stuff. But they've agreed that base fee, 50 million euros, which is about 45 million quid, something around that figure. Maybe it might rise to 50 million quid. We do know that, of course, Inter Milan initially wanted 51 million pounds for Andre Onana, so maybe they've got to that figure or just below. But there's a general acceptance of this is going to happen. So indeed, it is just a matter of time. So let us know your thoughts about that. Are you like me when you're frustrated because it's a case of just get it done, and you know it's going to be done. A bit like the Mason Mount one, where even when United walked away and even when United were looking at other goalkeeper targets in this one, we all know what the situation is. Andre Onana is going to be a Manchester United player. It's just time. So he's not going to be involved next Wednesday in Edinburgh, but most likely he's going to be on the tour to the United States, and that's going to be the time that we get our first look at him, which most likely will be that Arsenal game against the new Arsenal signings of Kai Havertz and Declan Rice and Jurrien Timber as well. Of course, they were announced today, specifically Declan Rice as well. So that's the latest when it comes to Andre Onana. A little bit of an update when it comes to Sofian Amrabat. Of course, he's a player we have been linked to a little bit in this transfer window, and there's a lot going on at Liverpool at the moment when it comes to their midfield signings, isn't it? When it comes to Jordan Henderson going to Saudi Arabia, it's also been suggested that Fabinho could be the latest name also to go to the Saudi Pro League, and the latest Liverpool player to go to the Saudi Pro League after the likes of Roberto Firmino. Of course, he left on a free transfer, but now he's gone there. Jordan Henderson heavily linked to be linking up with Steven Gerrard, and it looks like Fabinho could be the latest name as part of this midfield overhaul at Liverpool. And it's being reported by The Athletic, so a very credible source here, James Pearce from The Athletic, suggesting that Liverpool are considering Manchester United midfield target Sofian Amrabat as a replacement for Fabinho if the Brazilian leaves the club this summer, amid links to the Saudi Pro League. Now, does this concern me? I think it should a little bit, because Liverpool can be pretty quick at getting their targets, and by all accounts the offer for Fabinho has been something like 40 million quid, and Amrabat we know would be considerably less, and we know his quality. So I'm sure that Erik ten Hag might be asking people at Manchester United, hey, is that true, and are we behind? I think it should be a concern if Amrabat is pursued by Liverpool, because he's much lower down the priority list for us. Our priority right now today is getting this Andre Onana deal over the line. Then it goes into getting a striker, and Amrabat was only really being considered if we can sell enough players to raise some extra funds, which it's looking quite difficult right now. There are talks of Alanga, there are talks of Henderson, but that money feels like it's probably going to go towards a striker. So if Liverpool come in, we might be in a bit of trouble there, but again, that all hinges on if Fabinho leaves the club and how quickly Liverpool can act. So does that concern you, that Liverpool could be interested in purchasing Sofian Amrabat this summer? If they enter that race, are Manchester United going to miss out on a quality player? Let me know your thoughts about that as well in the comment section below. Really interested to know your opinions on it. Finally, as I mentioned, players have returned to pre-season training today. We knew this after Wednesday's pre-season fixture against Leeds. It was said by Erik ten Hag, wasn't it, in a post-match interview, that the international players were going to be returning actually this week as opposed to next week. They're not going to be involved in the pre-season friendly in Edinburgh on Wednesday against Lyon because it's too soon for them. But the likes of those international players that played in the international friendlies after the FA Cup final, so your Bruno Fernandez's, your Casemiro's, Marcus Rashford, Luke Shaw, Terrell Malacia, Christian Eriksen, and others have all returned to pre-season training today. As I mentioned, they're not going to be involved in the game on Wednesday, so most likely it's going to be that younger squad mixed with a couple of experienced players like we saw in Oslo in the side, or squad rather, that defeated Leeds 2-0. So we're not going to see all of these international players just yet, but that means of course they are going to be ready for the tour. And the question is, are they going to be joined by even more signings? We know Mason Mount was involved on Wednesday. Is Andre Onana going to be involved once they get to the tour? As I mentioned, once we get here we go. If we get any confirmation on that, we'll be here, or certainly I will, live here on the channel to discuss it with you. But until then, we have to wait and keep refreshing that timeline. So there you go, guys, a bit of a short update when it comes to Manchester United transfer news. As I mentioned, any more information will be all over it. I'll be right here, and I'll speak to you again very soon. Peace.